Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? My name is Dalton, and this is my YouTube channel, Dalton My World. And this is going to be a one of the best ID refusals and First Amendment audit fails video. And I'm telling y'all, if you enjoy my video and want me to make more of these, this is a reaction video. If you want me to make more of these, please leave it your comments in the comment box below. Also, I ask you to subscribe, share, and always comment. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you ahead of time, give me a thumbs up because I went through hell getting this video together for y'all. I can't tell you how many. God, I created one, didn't work, and I went through hell getting this video for y'all. So, but I decided y'all need to know it, okay? And it's a really good video, okay? So, let's do this, all right?
I don't care what you want. Well, that's not the policy. The Secret Service. I don't care. Then why don't they come out here and talk? They will. And okay, go ahead. Am I being detained? What's your name? Am I being detained? What is your name? Am I being detained? What is your name? I'm gonna say no. What's that? I'm gonna say, hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Public servant, don't touch me. What? Look, public servant, you don't touch me. All right. You don't touch me. Or else what? You don't touch me. Or else what? I will file a complaint. You can file a complaint. Don't touch
Touched him
me.
2 times.
You're being live streamed through. Nope. All right, stop. No. Am I being detained? Yes, you
Touched
are.
him 3
Am I being
times.
detained? Identify who you are. That's not the way this goes. Well, I don't care what you think. Okay. Excuse me, sir.
I don't care what you
Excuse
think.
me. I'm not. No. Secret Service has. I don't care. To identify. I don't care what they want. Okay. That's not the way this goes. I understand that. Show me the law. Okay. I understand that. Show me what have I broken? What law have I broken? Okay. What law have I broken? The arrival of the president. It doesn't even close until 3 o'clock. I understand that. Or do you understand that? What's your name? Do you understand that? What's your name? What is your badge number? 1647. I'm going to file a complaint with Officer Reed. That's okay. And your Internal Affairs Department. That's okay. You don't touch me. Okay. I did not touch you. Yes, you did. I have it all live streamed.
Don't mean you didn't touch me.
Between
Yes, you
3
did.
cameras.
3 times.
Don't touch me. Not to mention the other ones that are watching you right now. Okay. Don't touch me. You have no right. Why won't you give your name? I have no business to give you my name. Okay. I haven't what ordinance have I broken? What's your name? What ordinance have I broken? What is your name, sir? Have I committed a misdemeanor? What is your name? Am I being detained? Yes, you are. Under what probable cause? Okay. What is your RAS? Someone reach out to 600 on TAC 9 and advise them subject is refusing. I'm not refusing the ID. I'm saying I haven't broken the law. He is not complying with our request for ID. Am I being detained? Yes, you are being detained. Under what probable cause? The Secret Service is under what probable cause? I haven't committed a crime. I haven't. It doesn't matter. You have to. If you have to detain me, then I'm leaving. What am I being detained for? Is that your name? What am I being detained for?
Now you won't let him leave?
What am I being detained for? Secret Service has cleared you. What am I being detained for?
Oh, now we got 2 officers.
What is your name, sir? My name is Detective Tagmeyer.
Detective.
What is your badge number, sir? 574. Thank you. What is your name, sir? What reasonable
Try to play that game.
suspicion? Let the Secret Service know that subject is failing to identify. I'm not failing to ID. Refusing to identify. I'm not under 34125, 3.5. That's not it. It's not failure to ID. You haven't told me what crime I've committed. Okay, just a second. I don't want.
This guy knows the law.
You're not going anywhere. Don't touch me. You're not going anywhere. Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? You haven't
Now
given me
they're trying to get
probable
up on
cause
him.
for me to be detained. Just a second. I don't need probable cause. Yes, you do. You need reasonable article of suspicion. That's right. Yes. What is it? That's not. What is it? What crime have I committed? Of what crime? Right now, we're not sure. That's why we're. You can't hold me for you're not sure. You know you cannot. It's called the Terry stuff. No, then Terry frisk me. I don't need to frisk you right now. Okay. Don't reach in my pockets. That's not part of the Terry frisk. Unless I steal something that could be contraband or a weapon, then I can.
No,
can't.
he can't.
That's not a Terry
No, he
stop.
can't.
Sure it is. Nope. It's a cursory search.
You knew it. You backed up. Oh, all right. Yeah.
I don't think they're dumb at all. Yeah, I've got 3 officers here. I think they're antagonistic.
And you gotta be careful, man. An officer can plant something on you. Say they're trying to search and plant something on you. So you have to be careful with that.
Where is
It
the
happens
crime
a lot.
in that? To tell them to either come out here, and I'll tell them the same thing I'm telling you. On their way, sir. That camera has 42 power zoom lens. You couldn't have got your pictures across the street. I can get them from right here. It's the same public sidewalk. You could get them from over there. So I could get them from Google Earth, but I didn't. I got them from over there. That's not a crime. It's not a crime. It certainly raises suspicion. It doesn't matter if it raises suspicion. It's not a crime. It certainly does. No, it doesn't. It's not a crime. It's not. It's suspicious activity. Is that a misdemeanor or felony,
There's
sir?
no such thing as a law that says suspicious activity.
Misdemeanor or felony? It's neither. That's right. It's neither. So I haven't committed a crime. No, but that doesn't mean we can't.
Somebody's watching too much TV.
Yeah, well, you can't detain me. That's the thing. What's the Secret Service advisor? You don't detain citizens. You don't touch them. You don't touch them. You
Oh,
don't
look at
touch
this guy.
citizens.
He's just a bully.
Get any closer to me.
He's a jerk off, man.
Or else what? What do you think is going to happen? You tell me. You tell
Oh,
me.
look at him.
You're the one
He's
who
acting like a thug.
kiss me. The only thing I can do is go backward into traffic. So if you're trying, what do you think I was trying to do? Tell you tried to be Johnny on the spot.
That's no trick.
Move over here.
They can back you off in traffic,
Johnny on the spot,
get your
prevent me
foot
from
off
going away from
into
the street.
traffic, and then they can arrest you, say you're violent, doing,
take an oath?
interrupting traffic
Did
or
you take
something.
an oath
Be
to
careful.
protect the United States citizens? Did you take an oath? Sir, I'm talking to you. Did you take an oath? Did you take? I don't care what you're doing. Did you take an oath? I'm talking to you, public servant. I'm talking to you, public servant. Did you take an oath? Did you take an oath? I did. To uphold the Constitution. I did. This is a First Amendment protected activity. So why don't you get back in your car and get back to your job? This is not your job. Just a second.
Ooh,
Do
look
that
at
to
that.
me.
He's trying to be
You
little.
keep
Look.
leaning in like you can't hear. So I'm speaking up for you. So
What's
I
that?
have
What's
two. I have two. Okay. So what? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Do you understand? Am I being detained or am I free to
He
go?
thinks he's, this cop thinks he's above the citizen.
Am I being detained or am I free to go, sir? Your refusal to leave.
Can't stand
Am
jackouts
I being
like that.
detained or am I free to go? Do you need me to go ahead and sign language it? Am I being detained or am I free to go? You know how to sign? Do you want me to say it in Spanish or French? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Which one? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained? If you understand am I
Look
free
at the
to
way
go?
they treated that
Am I
other
being
citizen like he's
detained?
nothing.
Am
Get
I
out of
being
here.
detained or am I free to go? Am I
You
being
talk to him with
detained or am I
respect
free to
now,
go?
yeah.
You have to release me. You have to release me from detainment. You have to release me from detainment. It's not up for me to make a decision whether or not I understand something. It's up to you to release me from my detainment. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Thank you, sir. I don't care to hear your lip. I'm not on the sidewalk. How's that? No, you have a terrible day because I'm going to file a complaint with your department.
Okay, this is video number 2.
Okay, is that a felony or misdemeanor?
Either one.
Okay.
I'm just trying to identify what's going on here.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
We're recording.
What are you doing? I guess is what I'm asking.
I just told you, we're recording.
Recording what?
Dead people.
Like Ghost Hunters, you know. That's real popular on TV and video now. Hello.
Why do I need an ID for?
Living on the
I
road.
want to know who I'm talking to.
You can call me good citizen. That's all you need to know. We're not doing anything illegal.
I didn't say you were doing anything illegal.
Okay, so why do you want my ID?
Because I want to know who I'm talking to.
Oh.
And right now this is a suspicious situation. So I'm just asking to identify who you are.
Well, I'm not going to identify.
You're refusing to identify.
Yes, sir, I am refusing to identify. I know, we haven't broken...
I didn't say you broke the law.
Okay, you don't need our IDs. If we haven't broken any laws, you don't need an ID.
That's not necessarily true.
No, it's true.
I'm trying to identify who you are so that I know who I'm talking to so that I can figure what's going on.
I just told you, good citizen. You could call me good citizen. I don't have any ill intent. I'm just recording a cemetery. What's wrong with that?
Well, at this time of night, why would you be out here recording a cemetery? I just don't understand that.
Have you ever heard of ghost hunters or anything like that? I mean, come on, man.
Is that what you're doing?
You ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's your job, to ask a lot of questions.
Now, the
For something
officer
lawful.
can ask questions. You can take the fifth and not
It's a
answer.
suspicious situation you being out here.
Suspicious. Okay, so when is
Suspicious
the
is-
last
That means that somebody's out here at this time of night filming a cemetery or anything else. It's not normal that somebody's out here at this time of night filming a cemetery or anything else.
Okay, well, I guess I'll record you.
Hear that laugh?
Well,
You didn't like that.
all you want, all right?
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
Being an ID.
You look an ID? What's your name and badge
It's
number?
Sergeant.
Sergeant Weston, back number 301.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah, have a good day.
There you go.
All right, y'all. All right. Let's talk. Let's chat about this. First of all, on the first video, that officer, he needs to go back into some training. He needs to take a psych evaluation. Okay, something is not clicking right. All right. First of all, I think he touched that guy 3 times. Put his hands. He wasn't even arrested or nothing. No probable cause, and he put his hands on him in the beginning 3 times. You don't do that. So that's a violation of the, he broke the law right there. And then also, I don't know if he's on steroids or what, but if you don't know anything about law enforcement, it's all about control. Okay, and that's fine. Controlling the situation, controlling the problem so it won't spread. That's fine. They're doing a job. But when they go over the amount of control necessary, it becomes bullying, and that is not the job. Okay, and clearly this guy had 3 cameras. They didn't see any weapons. If they saw weapons, they would have pulled them. Okay, 3 cameras. Rolling live stream. Okay, yeah, he's a threat. Yeah, he's a threat. Yeah, because he's, and no weapons or anything. And the only really reason that he's a threat to some of those officers, I'm not saying all of them, some of those officers, because he knows the law. So they're not able to get away with something that they usually are able to get away with, which is breaking the law and not respecting the citizens' rights. Okay? And I'm not saying all of them doing that, but you can even see his partner, the way his partner shoved off the other guy as if he's nothing. Okay? Now, you can, I've had officers talk to me in a respectful manner. Okay? You could talk to someone in a respectful manner. Okay? And you see how they were closing in on him. Also, put a point, and it's really good that he said, don't to that detective, don't put your hands on me. You didn't see that, but detective probably tried to search him, which it was not his right to do. Okay, and if an officer, anybody, especially an officer, once they try to search you, they could plan anything on you, man. And then all of a sudden they got probable cause. You see what I'm saying? What's that in your pocket? And you have to understand, drugs can come in such a small package that they can hide it in the glove, they can hide it anywhere, and just have it ready for that moment when they want to plant on somebody. Okay, I'm talking a bad officer. You have a lot of really good men and women, police officers out there that do their job. Okay, and they don't even really get the credit they deserve. but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, and Mister, uh, every day is a workout day. I mean, you see his reaction. Shh, shh. I mean, I had someone do that. I used to work at Slosky's in Oklahoma. I was assistant manager. I had someone do that to one of my employees, and he was on some serious drugs. And she was trying to explain something to him, and he did exactly what that police officer did. He goes, shh, 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 and he literally took his finger like this and then put it on her mouth. Shh. I was there. I mean, this really happened. You know, we had to get that guy out of there. Call the police and get the guy out of there. And he was on something. So that attitude like that, that's an alpha personality that's out of control. There's nothing wrong with being alpha. There's nothing wrong with being beta. It's not, there's nothing wrong with that. You are who you are. But when it's out of control, then that's a problem. And the reason that police officers are accountable and held up to higher standards because they have ability, they are asking you to respect the uniform, and then they also have a ability to take your life within seconds. Okay? And a bad officer has the ability to take your life and cover it up. All right? They have a lot of power when they put their uniform on. And that's why they are held to a higher standard, because they at any time have ability to take your life or someone you care about's life. Okay? And that's a lot of power. And also, even if they wanted to, if it was a bad officer, to destroy your life by planning something that's not there. Or trying to make something out of something that's not, just so they can look like they got another notch on their belt and hopefully in the long run get a promotion or get shipped to a different division somewhere that they want to go. They're just using you as a pawn. Now, those are bad officers, not good ones. I'm talking about good ones do their job. Unfortunately, unfortunately, some of the bad officers are louder than the good officers. Okay? And some of the good officers are forced to have to work with these bad officers. Now, that's what I feel about that, Mr. No Neck, police officer. The other two officers, they stood back. Okay, I think that but I give that particular officer, I give him an F. Okay, straight up F, and he needs to go back into retraining and get a psych valve. Something's wrong. Okay, he already broke the law, but just by touching the guy 3 times, man. There officers out there. Trust me, there's good officers out there. They don't even want to touch the people they have to touch. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. He did this in broad daylight. Imagine what he does at night when there's no cams around. Imagine what he's gotten away with. And officers like him, man or female, male or female, that are not good. And then I say it again, I'm not talking about good officers. Now, what do I think, on the flip side, other side of the coin, what do I think that the auditor, the guy with all those cams, did wrong? I think he baited them. I think he baited the officers. He wanted so bad to have a narcissistic, ego-driven officer that think that they're above the law to come and confront him, and he got his wish. That's it. Okay, first of all, no sane person with any common sense know that you're going to be having 3 cameras going live stream in front of a Secret Service, okay? Because any of those Secret Service that are identified could put their life in danger, okay? I mean, most people are not going to do that, okay? He baited them, okay? And he had a sucker that bought that he put on the hook. I mean, he had the perfect fish, as y'all saw. But also by putting him on the hook, it showed that officer's not fit. Okay, he's got to go through some retraining, psych valve, something's wrong. Okay, his alpha personality is out of control, and he did all this in daylight. Who knows what he's doing at night when there's no cams around? Now, but like I said, I give the auditor a B minus, and the reason I say that because he baited them. He baited them. Okay, he's in front of the Secret Service with all these cams rolling around. He knows somebody's going to come out and say, what's going on? Okay, he baited them. Okay, and I don't think that was cool. Okay, you got enough stuff going on that you don't have to bait somebody to have something bad to see unqualified officer doing something, male or female. Okay, you don't have to bite. Trust me. Just keep living. And, and I'm not saying because I'm Afro-American, I'm just saying in general. Because any organization, I don't care if you work at McDonald's, have a weak link in it. And eventually that weak link in that chain will show itself, no matter how much other people may try to cover it up. Now, the second video, I really liked that because the second video, but also the guy, the auditor was getting snappy. I understand he was saying his rights and stuff, but, he did help escalate that situation. Okay, he was getting snappy. Of course, the detective really, he shouldn't have tried to search that guy without probable cause, but that detective, he stood back, and the other officer stood back. Okay, and he got that officer to admit that he illegally detained him because that officer said, "Okay, you're no longer detained; you're free to go," which means that officer illegally detained him, and that's against the law. I don't care if you work in security, in-store security, or anything like that. You better know. You better be in the right. Okay, you better know it right. Now, the second video, I like the second video. I think that police officer is kind of cool. Because, there's no such thing as no law saying suspicious activity. You can investigate something because you can say, well, it looks like suspicious, but that's not a law. Okay, I can eat a bad burrito and start making weird faces and blow out a horrible fart and be doing this and a cop is going to stop and say, "Oh, that's suspicious activity." No, that's me trying to pass a horrible truck stop burrito. Okay, that's not, that's too general. But I actually like the second officer, and they were right. They didn't. Now, the auditor was right. They did not have to show, ID. He was right. But when he talked to the officer and said, you asked a lot of questions, well, officers have a right to ask questions. Just like you have a right to jump on the Fifth Amendment and not say anything. Okay? But the officers have the right to ask questions. You don't have to answer them, but they do have the right to ask questions. But suspicious activity, they could say there's suspicious activity, but that's not that's not probable cause in any way, shape, or form. That's just and that's so general. What's suspicious to another is normal to another. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of but a lot of people do jump. A lot of officers jump on that, and that's why some of the cases fail. Suspicious activity. You gotta have more than that. The court of law goes on facts. Okay. Anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you give it a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe. And I'll wrap to y'all later. Peace.